Hello, me and Chopper are here today. Hey, we are, aren't we? We're here, we're just gonna chat a little bit. I originally had a different video planned for today, but it felt really weird to try and talk about other things and not mention everything that's going on right now. So today I wanted to tell you guys a list of 10 things that are helping me get through this whole quarantine business that's going on right now. Of course, before we even get into the list, he is so special he doesn't even have to be on the list. Chopper, my boy, he's so sweet. In all seriousness though, there's a lot going on and it's really scary. So trying to find things that can help you through it is, I feel, very important during times like this. This list is going to be a mix of like media things I've been getting into during this time and also things that are just, I guess, kind of coping things that are helping me out. So I hope that this can kind of help you guys out if you're looking for something to do or you're struggling during this. I just hope I can help a little bit, even if my videos are just here to entertain you while everything's going on and like a happy distraction. That's what I would like to be. I felt like I had to say something before I went back on with my normal happy YouTube self, you know? So I have a list here I wrote out on my phone and I'm just gonna go through the items on the list and tell you about why these things are helping me. The first thing I'm gonna mention, because I look way crazy today compared to how I normally look for videos, I've been doing a lot of live streaming and especially doing makeup on live streams. Live streaming is something that has been helping me a lot because it's a really good way to stay social and keep talking to people. I generally stream on my TikTok page, but you can also do streams on Instagram. YouTube has a live streaming option. There's always Twitch if you're into gaming and stuff like that. There's also Facebook Live. I've never gone on there before, but that is an option. And like, yes, social media can be really good for talking to people, not feeling alone, but something about streaming specifically has helped me because it makes it so I'm actually physically talking to someone and not just like typing or like writing something out, but that I'm using my voice, and it feels like a step up on the social scale from like typing, chatting with someone, and then talking with someone with my voice. And like I said, over on my TikTok, I've been doing some makeup streams, mostly as I'm getting into cosplay for like filming TikToks. But today I just wanted to like be creative and fun and do something crazy and lots of colors, and I wanted to look like a cute little strawberry, so I did, because it's fun, and I talked to people the whole time doing it. On a similar note to that, number 2, I just wrote it as practicing skills, but this can apply to a lot of things. In this case, I was practicing doing some makeup, but also practicing things. Like, one thing I've been considering doing is trying to order some materials so I can try to like craft a cosplay or have some project to work on during all this time, and just like learning things in that way. Another skill I've been trying to practice, like trying being the key word, is like cooking and learning to cook things. That is a big try because food is kind of hard right now with everything going on. The grocery stores are empty. It's very hard to actually acquire food, and especially fresh ingredients. But with what we've had, I've kind of practiced making a couple things. I made a really good pork stew last night, but just like practicing learning things is like kind of a project for you to focus on and do something with. One show that has been crazy, this is number 3 thing that's been getting me through this quarantine, a show that is just, oh my god, crazy insane. It's called Tiger King on Netflix. It was just added on there a couple days ago. I really like documentaries, and this is a documentary series, and it's very similar to, if you've seen another Netflix documentary series called Wild Wild Country. That's another one I watched that a long time ago, but I really liked that series. It was very well done. And this one feels very similar in the way that it's made. To try to kind of explain what it is without spoiling everything, because I want you to go watch it. It's basically about these groups of people that own tigers and big cats and other exotic animals. And at first you're kind of like, okay, so they're kind of like zoos, but then it's like, no, they're privately owned tigers and other exotic animals. So then it's kind of like, okay, that's a little iffy and strange. Like, There's probably some animal abuse going on somewhere in this picture, but then it just like, it escalates so in such a way that you would not expect. Like, there's one person who may have killed her husband and fed him to a tiger. There's one guy who's basically got a tiger cult and has all these women that marry him. There's another guy named Joe Exotic who transcends words. Like, there is no way to properly describe this man. I'll put a picture of him and that really says it all. But really, this like documentary series is actually insane. I put it on 2 days ago and we binged through the entire show in one sitting just because it was like you can't put it down, and I just got so involved. A lot of it felt like, if you guys have seen the YouTube channel Down the Rabbit Hole, which is one of my favorite channels on here, where they just kind of find some obscure topic and just dive full force into it. That's what this series felt like. In the end, one of them like basically had a hit on another tiger owner trying to get them killed, and like there's a lot going on in it. You need to watch this. I want to tell you about it without spoiling everything, because it's just like, you don't expect where this journey is gonna go at all while you're watching it. So for item number 4 on my list, I'm sure I am with many of you guys who are also doing this, playing the new Animal Crossing game. Oh my gosh, it's so cute, it's so fun, and similar to the live stream thing, it's a really good way of staying social because I have a lot of friends on my Switch code, and I've like been going to visit people's islands and having people over, and it's really fun to like, it gives you daily tasks to do through the game, so it's like something to look forward to and like track your days by, which feels important during times like this when everything feels like a mess. But also like, it's hanging out with friends, it's like kind of pretending to be outside in nature because I'm not going out at all right now. And it's very cute and positive and happy, and it's a really, really good escape from all the stressful things that are going on right now. Look at this. It's so pure and happy and nice and fun. If you don't have a Switch or can't afford Animal Crossing right now, a similar game that I would highly recommend is Stardew Valley. Stardew Valley is also available on the Switch. It's also on mobile phones and PC and probably like Xbox and other stuff, I'm not sure. I play it on my computer. Stardew Valley is only like $15. It's very, very good. So if you want a similar thing to the things I love about Animal Crossing, definitely pick up Stardew Valley. It's a farming sim game, and the characters actually get very deep, and it's just like, that's also a very good game. So I'm kind of joining that in with Animal Crossing, but a happy, positive, fun game like that. It's like, it's so nice. So for item number 5 on my list of things that's helping me get through the quarantine, this is something I actually just started last night, but I'm like very invested already. This is the anime Beastars on Netflix. As you can see, I've been watching a lot of Netflix. I've seen a lot of people talking about this show, and I kind of was like, yeah, okay, that's a show, like people like it, okay. I guess it's probably good if so many people are liking it and talking about it. And I started it and I was kind of like, okay, this is like edgy Zootopia, basically. Like the whole like Zootopia world where there's like the carnivores and the herbivores, and like the herbivores are scared of being eaten and all that. But it just, like, the first episode starts out with a herbivore character being like slaughtered and eaten by a carnivore, and you don't see who it is. I think I'm on the 4th or 5th episode right now, and I'm like very pleasantly surprised by this show. I did not think I was gonna like it as much as I did, and now I'm here and I'm in the middle of it and I love it. I generally am not a huge fan of 3D animated anime. I don't usually like how that looks, but this one like was a very pleasant surprise. Like, they do a lot of really cool things with their animation. Like in the first episode when that one character is being hunted down, you just see like he goes into this like total darkness area, and the animation changes from like the normal like 3D animation to like you just see like the outlines, and like they do a lot of really cool effects with their animation that I really enjoy watching it for that alone. Plus the story is very interesting. I really like the characters so far. and I'm just very excited to see how the rest of this show goes. I really recommend that, especially like if you're like me and you're like not totally sure about it at first, it's definitely worth checking out and trying to watch this show, and it's very good. Number 6, this is a video game that I've been going through. I've been playing Final Fantasy VIII with my fiance. We recently played Final Fantasy X a couple months ago, and I've been wanting to get into more of the old Final Fantasy games. And this one was his favorite when he was a kid, so it feels like extra special for both of us to like play through this game together, and for him to show me something that was very important and influential for him that I've never experienced before. And it's kind of like the general theme of this point is like playing something or experiencing something that you haven't gotten to or that you've been meaning to. Like, I've been meaning to check out Final Fantasy games for such a long time and I just never did. So now I'm kind of like, with all this free time, going to these games and these things that I was like, oh, I should probably, like being a person who's very involved in like pop culture, media type of things, I should probably see what this is all about. So like going back to an old thing, because like some of the other things I've had on my list have been like new things that are just coming out, like Animal Crossing and Beastars. This is a old thing going back to something. And even if it's like going back to an old game that you really love, that makes you happy. Like for me, a game that I go back to all the time is the Dragon Age series, especially Dragon Age Origins and Dragon Age 2. I replay those all the time when I'm not feeling good because those games mean a lot to me and they make me so happy. So going back to things like that make you happy, or going back to things you've been meaning to check out. Like, we all have so much time right now, so why not use that time and get through that list of things you've been wanting to go through for so long. On a similar note to that, number 7 on my list is Critical Role. Critical Role is currently on a hiatus right now because they are also social distancing and like not gathering all the people, because they do have, besides just like the cast of the show, there's like the crew and the people that help run it and all that stuff. They don't want to get everyone together and get people sick, which I understand, and I'm very happy that they're taking all of their people's health into consideration when stuff like this is going on. So if you're already caught up on Critical Role, sorry, but if you are behind like I am, I'm still way behind, or if you've never checked out Critical Role before, now is the perfect time to do it. There's a lot of episodes, whether you're watching Campaign 1 or Campaign 2, there's a lot to go through. They're long episodes, they're really fun, they're really funny and interesting, but also emotional and deep. Like, Critical Role is such a good series, and with a lot of time right now is a good time to try to check it out. Critical Role also is not something you necessarily have to watch with your eyeballs. Even though I like watching the episodes, you can put it on the podcast version and listen to it while you're doing other things. If, I don't know, if you're cooking or you're cleaning or you're doing something, you can listen to it and still experience the whole story. It's also nice because right now my D&D games that I play in are all on hiatus because we can't get together. So when we can't play, it's nice to kind of have that D&D experience. Even if I'm not playing it in myself, I can like see like D&D, something that I really love. So getting a way to sort of experience that still. Number 8. This is a little bit of a dumb thing I did, but I still love it. During this time when we're all stuck in our houses and can't go anywhere, I've been watching a lot of travel shows, which seems very counterproductive because it makes me want to just go out, and I'm not going to, but it makes me want to not be stuck in my house. But it's kind of like experiencing things that you can't in your house. And one show that I've really gotten into is James May in Japan. This one is on Amazon Prime if you have that. I really like this specific show because James May is just very funny and he seems very real. It's not like a normal like produced travel show. Like, it is produced, but like it doesn't feel like a production done for a TV show. It feels like almost like a professional YouTube vlog in a way, where it's just like, it's just this guy going to Japan, experiencing these things, talking to people. He messes things up. He can't speak the language, but he's still having fun. And it also isn't one of those like, there's a lot of travel shows about Japan that are like, oh, Japan's so weird, so, well, like kind of making fun of it almost. And this is like, yeah, there's weird stuff, but also there's historic value, there's cultural things, there's like all these things that you can experience through Japan that isn't just like the weird things. I don't know, it just feels very like real and genuine to me watching this show. Plus, I obviously love Japan. I love seeing stuff from there, and even though I've watched about 1 million shows about Japan and YouTube channels about Japan, there still always seems to be things that I learn about when I watch these things, or places I'd never heard of or stuff like that. Like I said, because he's not just doing like the weird, funky, like clickbaity type of things. There's a lot of things that I'm like, wow, I had no idea this thing was even there. He also isn't just going to like Tokyo or the big places. He's going through like, basically it seems like he's starting at the top in Hokkaido and going down the whole length of Japan. So it's really cool to see like different areas that you don't normally see in media about Japan like that. Now, number 10 on my list is another video game. This is League of Legends, and League of Legends can be pretty stressful sometimes, but I love it because I'm getting to like communicate and hang out with my friends that I like am not getting to see right now. Especially like for me, kind of the type of players, the type of friends that would play Animal Crossing versus the friends that would play League of Legends is kind of like a different crew of people, of my friend groups. So it's just another way to play with my friends, talk with them and hang out and be social and have teamwork and cooperation and like actively be doing something together. Because like single player games are fun, but when you're so isolated and alone, things that are multiplayer, things that are group play are so much more exciting during times like this. That is all of the 10 things that are personally helping me get through this quarantine. I do want to add one extra bonus thing, I guess, that is helping me, which is just a general taking care of yourself, taking care of myself. Things like when we're all stuck at home doing nothing, we kind of lose track of the days. We lose track of when did I last eat, or did I brush my teeth this morning? Stuff like that people are kind of struggling with a lot right now. It's like kind of making a schedule, whether it's just the necessities, like I need to make sure I eat lunch at this time every day or whatever. So taking care of yourself, making sure you stay clean and like hydrated and eating and like the physical taking care of your body things, but also taking care of yourself in things like, are you watching the news too much? Are you very overwhelmed? Are you having anxiety attacks? Do you need time to take care of yourself? Do things to make you happy or to make you calm or make you feel better. And of course things like cleaning around your house. There's like, especially because it is starting to get into spring, a lot of people would be normally spring cleaning anyways around this time of year, but doing things like, man, I've been really meaning to reorganize my kitchen for months and I just keep putting it off because I'm busy and I'm working and I'm doing other stuff. So doing things like that, that's like, just like self-care is so important during this time. It's like you need to take care of yourself, not just in the normal ways, but in every way. You need to take care of you as a person and make sure you're happy and you're healthy and that you're doing okay, making sure you're checking in with other people or asking for help if you basically everything right now. It's scary and it's hard, but if we kind of be there for each other while still being distant physically, I think that's the best thing we can do to get through all of this. Just staying home as much as you possibly can, not going in public, not going in groups of people, but just staying home, taking care of yourself, and just making sure you're okay is just so important. There's also things like with taking care of yourself, like entertainment and media. Might not seem like necessities, but like we all need some escape, some escapism from what's going on. We can't just be in the darkness, serious, scary world all the time. We need to have some kind of escape, whether that's a happy, fun little Animal Crossing escape, or that's something like Final Fantasy VIII, which has a relatively dark story, but is a different thing than what's going on here in the real world. Plus, in media, things like stories can be very inspirational to us. They can help us see things. They can help us understand what's going on with us and understand our own feelings. Like, the media and entertainment is very important. right now. I hope that my list of things that are helping me personally get through this time could be at least a little bit helpful for you if you're looking for things to do or you're struggling. I hope this could be some help for you, because like I want all of you guys to be doing good too. Thank you for checking out this video. I hope it was at least a little bit helpful for you. And after this, I promise we're gonna be going back to some normal, fun, happy content here on my channel. Lots of cosplay stuff and makeup things. And I have some other plans, but it felt so weird to try and do something normal without doing something like this first. And talking about what's going on, it felt just wrong to not mention things and to pretend everything's fine and happy on the internet. Especially when like I myself am having my own anxiety and stresses about all this. Like, it's okay to show weakness if you need to. Anyways, I'll see you in my next video. Thank you for coming. Bye. If you're new here, you've never seen any of my videos before, hi, my name is Aesthel. I'm a cosplayer and I obviously love like J fashion and kawaii cute things and makeup and all that good stuff. I'm also part of the team at Cosplay Realm magazine, which is a monthly internationally published cosplay magazine. I put up videos here on my YouTube channel every single week if you want to find some more entertainment or just hang out. Every week I'm on here. If you'd like to catch me on other places, you can find me on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and Twitter. Those are all of the social media that I'm on, and I have links to all of them in the description of this video. If you'd like to see any of my videos early or get early access or see other early content from me or special stuff or get letters mailed to you, I have a Patreon page set up. It is the #1 way to help support me and my videos and everything that I do here. And it would really mean a lot if you guys check that out. I hope you enjoyed this video from me, and I hope I see you next time. Thanks for coming again, and bye!